As I tell my people, I use the Bible not for political, religious explanations, but I use the Bible for the history of man and the biology of man. That's how I look at it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look at it from a religious standpoint if you wish. That is your privilege, your prerogative, and do what you are comfortable with. But I want you to know from where I am coming. That's all. Whether you agree or not is your privilege. Now, the first time I ever heard, at least to my awareness, about no man's land was when I came back from the service somewhere in 1948. I bought an automobile, and it was hard to find automobiles, but I finally found an automobile, but it was a wreck. So fortunately, next door to me, a mechanic was there, and he started to repair the automobile. And then he started to explain to me about the pistons coming up in the cylinder, and we think they come up straight, but they have a what he called the torque. In other words, it's a spiral, because if we could actually see a line, it will never be straight. It is always spiraling. And then he told me that when that piston gets to the very top, it has to stop before it can come down. And he said, this is what he told me, that nobody knows exactly what goes on in there. Oh, we know that there is a spark and a piston is pushed down. That we know. But what really goes on in there, he said, we mechanics don't know. Now this is a mechanic. So now, the Bible tells me that from Adam all the ways to Methuselah and his son Lamech, and Lamech had a son named Noah. The Romans call it Noé. And that Noah means rest, comfort. And Noah had 3 sons. First one was Shem, second one was Ham, and the third one was Japheth. Now the Bible seems to jump. A lot of spaces in between are missing. But if you read here, there, and the other place, and do what Isaiah tells us to do, a precept here and a little there. And that's what we have to do, is take a piece here and a piece there, because that book has not been written by one person. Even the first 5 books, which they call the Pentateuch, or the books of Moses, was written by many people And what happened was they found some scraps of a book here and some of the same book of Genesis. And they take these things and the scribes in those days put it together to the best of their ability. And this is why sometimes that book can be horrendously repetitive. It repeats itself over and over again. But anyway, from Adam all the way to Noah and his 3 sons, then after that seems to be a pause. And who comes about? Abraham, who becomes Abraham. And Abraham comes from what we are engaged in today in Iraq, Babylon, the Euphrates River,